Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Good morning. It's Brain and Courtlin. Happy to be joined via technology and Skype since our phone lines are down. But Danielle Neff is joining us. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, what a year it's been with COVID and now, of course, the incredible storm that has damaged so much of the Cedar Rapids and eastern Iowa area. And Danielle, you had something else planned here that was scheduled to happen someplace that you had to kind of change quickly. Let everybody know what was going on.
Well, we had our wedding planned this last weekend. It was kind of like a whole weekend event thing out at Squaw Creek. And we had that storm on Monday. And they called, must have been Wednesday or Thursday of last week, with devastating news telling us that we were unable to use Squaw Creek because of the damage that they endured. So
that had to be just awful to hear that.
It really was, after having all of our other vendors really work so well with us, trying to figure things out, make it work, everything. And then that was the one and last thing that we didn't have, was a place to have our wedding. So it just, yeah, it was definitely devastating. But after that, we just kind of sat on the front porch. We had our emotional moments of, do we postpone or do we go with it and then do something different? And we just we were like, let's just do it. Let's just have our wedding party. Let's have our immediate family. Let's find somewhere downtown in the destruction, but yet have gorgeous photos at the same time. So I drove around with our two youngest children, and we decided to do it at the McGrath Amphitheater.
Look at that.
And yeah, it was phenomenal. It couldn't have worked out any better, to be honest with you. And I'm one of those OCD anxious brides where everything to the detail needed to be perfect.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
I just decided to throw it out the window and wing it, and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm kind of glad it just happened that way, and I didn't have to stress about all of the details that I had been planning for a year and a half.
You apparently need to write a book on how brides that are like yourself can make that happen, because not everyone would just be able to throw that part out the window. So that's a huge credit to you.
Yeah, and we did it all in 2 days. After we got the phone call, we literally sat down, we wrote everything out, talked to all of our vendors, and they were all on board. They were like, yes, you're not canceling. Let's do it. What can we do? We had vendors from Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin come down because, they had family here as well that actually had damage on their house. And they reached out and they said, can we come over and help? What can we do? We still don't have power. And they're like, I'll look over and we'll help you guys clean up. And we're like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. We're going to figure it out.
So What did your wedding entail then? Was it just a quick, short ceremony, or did you guys have food and flowers and the whole 9 yards?
We had it all. We had our vendor Willow by Design and Payload do my flowers. We had Hy-Vee catering at first, and then we went from 180 people down to about 20.
Yeah, I bet.
we decided to wait off on Hy-Vee, and we'll have our reception later on, and we'll have them cater. We had Zio Jono's and Marion as our food, and they actually came all the way to the southwest side of Cedar Rapids just to deliver it to our house.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we did. We had everybody, and it couldn't have been more perfect. It really couldn't have. And it was even more sentimental because just everything that we have gone through. It has been emotional. It's everyday living camping. We're glamping at this point.
That's one way of putting it. You and a lot of other folks are glamping it up.
I'm sure not the way you imagine spending your wedding night.
Absolutely not. But you know what? We've got handed this situation, and we took it the best we could, to be honest with you.
Do you guys have a honeymoon planned at all?
We don't, not right now. Given with COVID and all that kind of stuff, we wanted to go down to St. Thomas next year, but it's kind of one of those things that we had to put on the back burner right now because of priorities. With schools with having issues, I work in healthcare. He has one of those jobs where he has to be there every day, and it kind of got put on the back burner for right now until we can get that planned.
Well, you guys deserve a getaway. Whenever it happens, you deserve it. And I think it's a huge testament to your guys' perseverance and strong will that in the midst of a pandemic and a natural disaster, you said, forget it, we're getting married anyway. Yeah,
it was awesome.
That's how you know you really love someone.
That's right.
It was put to the test, let me tell you.
Well, Danielle and Christopher Neff, congratulations. You got married.
Danielle, please send us some photos. We want to see
Yes.
pictures from the ceremony.
We will. We will get in touch with our photographer and we'll get him on it so that he can send us some.